Welcome back, kings and queens, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Hope King, and I'm the designer behind King's Designs MD. Today, I am going through an old pattern that I have, and I figured might as well take you guys on the journey with me to see how this whole process works. Some people have never used a pattern. I do have a video on my channel that's pretty old about how to read a pattern, but I just wanted to show you. So when you purchase a pattern, these are the things that you're looking for. You know that when you get this pattern, you're getting these 4 different designs, and you can make any of these 4 different designs. You can use whatever fabric you like, but it typically tells you what the fabric recommendations are. So let's just start. This is an old pattern that I've had. This is a new look pattern. This is the pattern number A6202. So if you were to see this in online, or if you go to Hobby Lobby and you flip through the book and you see this number, you would go to the drawer and you would look for this in the drawer, kind of like you would the old school library catalogs. So that's how you would find it. So this also tells you that the pattern is a US size 3 to 8. So this is a little girl size 3 to 8. We're going to flip it over and we're going to see what it says on the back. So again, this shows you the pattern style A, and it shows you the different measurements for each size. So for size 3, these are the measurements: chest 21.5, waist 20 3/4, height 38.5 inches. And so you would go down each column to see what your child or whoever you're sewing for, what their size might be and how much fabric you would need. So this is a size, and then if you were going to make pattern A, this tells you that if you had fabric that was 45 inches wide when you purchase it, you would need 3.5 yards, for pattern A if you had 45-inch fabric. If you had 60-inch fabric, you will go all the way over and you would see you need 2 yards of 60-inch fabric. Now that shows you that for each section. So pattern A is different from pattern B. If we look back over in the front, pattern A is simple in the front. Pattern B has a split down the front. When I say split, I mean the pattern changes. So this is one type of fabric, and then you have a contrasting fabric. Same for pattern D, same fabric. And then pattern C has some little, what looks like it might be some piping or some bias tape in there. So all those things make each one different, and it makes how much fabric you need for each one different. So again, you would pick whichever one you think you want to make. And excuse my finger, I'm trying to look between my glasses and the camera. You would look at whichever one you want to make, and then find the corresponding section. Decide how much fabric you're buying, if this wide or this wide, and then look over and it'll tell you what you need to do from there. So that's that. Garment measurements. Again, this tells you the finished measurements for each size going down. And then, like I said, it tells you the suggested fabrics. So this one, the suggested fabric is cotton. Cotton blends, gingham, batiks, chambray, seersucker. All the things you see here are the suggested fabrics. So you would not go buy a jersey knit fabric to make this type of dress, because this type of dress is not made to have any stretch. This type of dress is just made to fit exactly how it's made in the pattern. You will see some fabrics, and I don't think I have one here, or some patterns, I don't think I have one here, that actually has a little section on it, and it tells you, it'll show you that the fabric stretches from here to here. So if you purchase a jersey knit, it'll show you those type of things. So I just wanted to show you really quickly, if you were looking at a pattern, if you're trying to figure out how to read a pattern, that's how you read a pattern envelope. Now, the inside is different. So if you've never seen the inside of a pattern, this thing folds out so big, I'll probably have to show you in sections. But this is what a pattern looks like on the inside. So again, it is showing you the different types of dresses you can make. It shows you all the pieces that you'll get inside of it. And then it will show you the different cutting layouts. Now, I think I've said before, I don't really care for using patterns, but sometimes I do, or have in the past. And this is one of the things I actually like about patterns if you're going to use them. This is a cutting layout. And so this shows you, if you have 45-inch fabric, this is how you should be laying your pattern on the fabric to get the best use of your fabric. If you have 60-inch fabric, this is showing you how you should lay it out on 60-inch fabric to get the best use of your fabric. So this is one of my favorite parts of a pattern envelope or pattern if you're going to be using one. Again, so this is telling you if you have a fabric with a nap. So if you're using something like velvet or velour where you swipe it one way and it goes one way, you swipe it the other way, it goes another way, you want to follow the nap, because you don't want the front of your suit going this way and the back of your suit going that way or something crazy like that. So you need to know those things. You need to lay it all in a certain direction so everything comes out the way you want it to. And then it also shows you if you are doing the contrasting fabric. Like I showed you, I think it was B that had the contrasting fabric, that if you're doing something with a contrast, the pieces that you'll need to be contrasting. It also gives you your directions. Now, this is just page 1 that we're looking at. This one tells us that this is page 1 of 4. So I'm not going to go through all the directions because we're not doing this so long today, but you would flip it over to page 2 of 4, and it will give you all these pieces step by step on what you need to do. Then you will go to the next one, which is 3 of 4, and you see all the instructions step by step. Now, even though patterns give you step by step, there is such a thing as a bad pattern or bad instructions. So you will have some, and sometimes it's very few and far between, but sometimes you will have some that is missing a step or missing an instruction, or something happened, and they didn't tell you something and you're left to try to figure it out. So that can happen. The good thing is there's things like YouTube now where people are making it. So if you wanted to make this pattern, you could Google A6202 and somebody has probably made it. Somebody has probably made it on YouTube, and you can follow along with what they're doing so you can know the different steps that you need to do. Also, there used to be sewing chats and sewing forums where people would tell you, hey, if you get this pattern, look out for this thing. So those are some of the things to look for when you're sewing, when you're looking at patterns, if you're interested in doing something like this. And I want to take you guys through some easy patterns and some easy processes for sewing soon. So I hope this helps somebody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and you guys have a great day.